everybody. I'm going to do a little bit of a different kind of reading today. I'm asking the universe, on behalf of my lady friends, what to expect from their male partners. And if they're not partnered, what to expect when trying to date a certain sun sign. Now, it's fine if you know their full chart and you want to look into more of their signs, not just their sun sign. That's totally fine. But usually if you're only dating someone, you might not know their exact time of birth or where they were born. And without that information, you won't be able to figure out their full chart. All right? So let's start with the Aquarius. If you're dating, married to, or hoping to be involved with an Aquarius male, let's find out by pulling a card about that person. And guys, I'm sorry, this reading is not for you. You do not get to be offended by anything I say. This is for the ladies. They've been going through a lot lately. So the Aquarius is working hard. He's building his craft. And yes, he's very focused on his pentacles right now. So if you've been trying to get the attention of Aquarius males, unfortunately, they're very preoccupied with their money right now. I happen to know from having already done the yearly readings that that's going to persist until the spring. Pisces. Ooh, that jumped right out. Ooh, the Pisces is feeling weighed down by the institution. He's got a woman in his life, and she's quite firm. Work responsibilities, money responsibilities. You know, if you're involved with a Pisces, and I think a lot of women are, and I guess what I'm saying is, this is really speaking more to the fact that these Pisces are already partnered. So if you're trying to date a Pisces, you would have to find a way to break into this person's life because they're very busy and involved, and whether it's that they already have a girlfriend or a wife, or whether it's another woman in power, maybe a boss, maybe a mother, or maybe just responsibilities in general reflected by this Queen of Swords. They are not very open to relationships right now. They're really focused on building their craft, and they're also kind of weighed down by the institutions around them. So whether it's marriage or church or government or just their work, they're weighed down. It would be very hard to establish a relationship with the Pisces right now unless you know them very, very well and you know how to get on the inside of their lives. You're going to have to reach out for a private reading on that one. Aries. Okay. Those cards wanted to talk. As always, your Aries man is eager to come rushing to you and wants to talk about love, wants to give from their heart. They've got a lot of sweet nothings. I just want to see if it's anything to count on. You know, if you're trying to create a relationship with an Aries, or you're already involved with an Aries male, I would say look closely past what they're saying and look more closely at their life. You know, really size it up, because I think there's some areas that need attention in their life. So if you were going to get in a relationship with them, especially if you're going to marry them, you might want to make sure you know what you're getting into. Like, make sure you understand where they're at financially, emotionally, and mentally. Are they taking care of themselves? Are they taking care of business, so to speak? All right. After Aries, we've got Taurus. Come on, Taurus, the bulls of the zodiac, the Emperor. Well, if you're trying to have a relationship with a Taurus right now, they are feeling pretty confident. They are not interested in taking any risks, so I don't think they're dating casually. Yeah, they're very sure of where they stand right now. So Taurus is in their full glory, absolutely. They only want a no-nonsense kind of woman. So maybe if you're dating a Taurus, or maybe you just met one, understand that the reason they're on the dating scene right now is because they're looking for a serious match. They are looking for a woman who can hold her own ground, not someone who needs saving, not someone who is going to bring drama in their life. They're quite settled right now. I guess what I'm saying is, if you play too many games with the Taurus, they're just going to walk away because they just don't have any time for that right now. I guess this card wants to come out for the Geminis. Oh, there's several cards. Okay. Interesting. So if your match, if your man is a Gemini, he's been working really hard for quite a while and he's established something. He's got already some past relationship karma hanging on to his life. So he's either involved with a person or he's already married and you're interested in him. I think you're hoping for the 9 of Cups here. I think you're hoping and dreaming. And I don't think it's going to lead, if you're hoping for the 9 of Cups, you're only going to get the 8 of Cups. So rule of thumb is always don't cut yourself short and date a married person, because you're not going to really get a lot of attention that way. And most women are looking for some attention. So I would definitely be careful with the Geminis out there, the male Geminis, because they may be carrying some baggage right now. They have to do the work of past relationships. So if you're dating like a divorcee or someone who's had any significant past relationships, maybe they have children from another relationship and now you're involved with them, keep in mind that they're carrying a lot of baggage right now. And I mean that gently. I don't mean baggage like, oh, they got baggage, leave them alone. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody has baggage, All I'm saying is don't go in and be naive. Understand that they are carrying burdens and responsibilities beyond you. If you want to come into their life, you're going to have to be a team player. And if you're not ready for that, just don't do it. Cancer. Cancer's making his money, looking at his work. He's all about balance right now. He's got the Justice card. That's this one. Looking for new opportunities. I see a lot of swords, so your Cancer person is really talking a lot these days. But what are they talking about? If you're involved with a Cancer, he's probably talking a lot about work. And he's probably hoping for a new opportunity with work. That doesn't mean he's not stable. He's actually in a pretty stable place, but he's sort of at a new phase of life for him. So this Cancer has been going through a transition for a while. I just want to pull one more. Yeah. So he's heading towards stability. So if you're involved with a Cancer, he's not taking this lightly. He may be, and Cancers are well known for appearing lighter on the outside than they are on the inside. So I would say don't take your Cancer boyfriend or husband or love interest at face value. Ask some probing questions and find out what they really want, because you could very well find that you get involved with a Cancer and then in 6 months from now, they're moving across the country to another place. And you're like, wait, I thought we had something here. So this person is on the move. They are moving and shaking and dreaming of what's next. They're going to tell you what you ask. They're not going to offer it to you, so ask the right questions. All right, people, the moment you've all been waiting for, the Leo male. Really? Okay. Okay. That was interesting. I mean, the Emperor wanted to jump out and the Page of Swords, so I'm going to leave them out, and that one just fell. All right, so interestingly enough, I think that the Leo's high walls and the Leo's grand castle that they've built for themselves, and this is speaking of the male Leos, not the females, has suddenly become a prison for them, okay? He was once the emperor and very happy with what he created, but now he looks upon his kingdom and nope, he's miserable. 9 of Swords. Miserable. Can't sleep, can't think straight. He wants something new. All right, so what you need to hear from this is if you're involved with a Leo male, you may not be in a stable relationship because the Leo males are unhappy with something that's going on in their personal life, in their home, in their structure that they've built. So that doesn't necessarily have to mean they're not happy with your relationship with them. It could be other things. So you know your males, you know your husbands and boyfriends. But if you're trying to date a male, Leo, there's a good chance that he very much wants you. But if he's got something else going on, he is feeling heavy burdens from it. If you want more information on that, a private reading would work best. So, those Leos, always. The male Leos. Wait, Scorpio's coming. Find out. Virgo. Okay. The Virgo males are, hiding. Just kidding. Page of Swords, 3 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Well, the Virgos are trying to win you over with their intellect. They are interested in their friendships and their work. So I think they're looking for something more casual. Not really looking for love because they are not ready yet. They are looking for their next investment, and that could be a person, and it could be a relationship. And for some of you, yes, maybe you're going to meet them through work. But for the most part, the Virgos right now are really thinking about their money, their stability, their home life. So if you're married to a Virgo, you may be feeling a lack of romance right now because Virgos do get very oriented upon taking care of business. So, you might need to bring that. Maybe you're the creative one. Did you ever think of that? All right, Libra. Libra men. Let's shake it up a little. All right, Libra. You don't want to talk, but you're coming out. Excuse my throat clearing. I'm getting a lot of the same cards for all of the men of the zodiac. But, okay, so what is definitely coming through on Libra is that they're carrying a lot of responsibility. And they're not good at it yet. So maybe they're in a new place of responsibility. Maybe they've entered into a new relationship and maybe there are children involved, or someone is sick and they're a caregiver, or it's new responsibilities at work, or all of those things combined, or some version of it. But they're definitely carrying the biggest load that they can possibly carry. My advice to anybody dating or married to a Libra would be do what you can to help lighten that load if you can. You might also be carrying a heavy load, so if you can't, you can't. But if you're trying to get into the life of a male Libra, I would imagine they don't have much to give on the dating scene right now if they are falling into what I just read, which is lots of pressures at work or at home. I definitely sense there's sickness around them, so they could have a sick loved one that they're really stressed about. There's something on their minds that's really burdening them. Or it could be even not just on their minds, but something deeper in their heart that they're just unsettled about. They're working on themselves. All right. Scorpio. Now the Scorpio male, I think they think they're more interesting than they are. Let's find out. So the Scorpio males are actually striking a balance. They're not really used to that. If you're involved with a Scorpio, they are starting to feel like they really want to settle down with you. It's a lot of work. You're a lot of work for them because they're very passionate. So maybe you require them to make sacrifices for you, and that's fine. They're taking it on. They believe it's for a reason. They believe you're worth it. They're willing to compromise and make compromises. And the Ten of Wands tells me, they are feeling the weight of this, but they don't feel trapped and they don't feel unhappy about it. But if you're trying to date a Scorpio, I would say now is a good time to or if you are dating them, if you've been dating a Scorpio for a while, now might be a good time to set forth some expectations that are pretty important to you, because they're quite open to it right now. And you could see some real change and growth in your relationship. Saggies. The Sag men, the Sagittarians, are not looking to take risks. They are not looking to have babies. They want to be out exploring the world. Now, it doesn't mean they don't want those things. It just means that they're at a point right now, currently, while I'm asking about them, that they're feeling stable enough that they don't want to look outside of what they have. They're satisfied. They're not looking to grow their family right now. Maybe they're just happy with it as it is. Or maybe it's like later on we'll do that. So they're just happy with the status quo, basically, is what I'm saying. So if you're married to, dating a Sag, they're happy, they're really stable and happy in their status quo. But the world showing up is like they want to see what's next, like what's next on a personal level. Yeah, they're hoping to fulfill another dream. Maybe they've got like a list somewhere of things that they want to do. And then they'll be ready to go out and do it. So your Sag is an adventurer. So if you are trying to date a Sagittarius male, put on your sense of adventure if you have one. If you don't, maybe don't date a Sag, because they really do want to explore the world and see more and do more. And if you're already with them and you know this about them, just encourage them to follow their dream, because they're very happy with you. They just need a little more for themselves, and that's okay. Capricorn, and you'll be my last one. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Of course there's Pentacles. The Magician. Well, that shows some growth for the Capricorns, I think. The Caps are willing to maybe look outside of what they normally rely upon, which is money and stability. Maybe they're willing to get away from stability and away from what they know. They're starting to be willing to change. I even think some Capricorn males might be walking away from steady jobs and taking on something of a more creative nature. But how does this play into relationships? Well, I would say Caps are looking past their normal type. They're willing to engage in something more stable if they're kind of wild, or more wild if they're kind of stable. And I think dating a Capricorn will be complicated unless you're a fellow Earth sign, but not impossible, because they are open to change right now. All right. One more card just for my general ladies. Beautiful. My question that I was asking was, how do the women fare for dating and finding love in 2021? And I got the Star. If you don't know much about tarot and you don't know what the Star represents, it represents and it speaks of you finding what you desire in life, and you may find that doesn't come from a relationship. But it's a happy omen that if you are dating and hoping that love is part of that, if you keep your heart open, you just might find someone really special. There's your open heart in case you need to borrow mine. I hope you liked this reading. Namaste.